This is a special presentation of Tiger Sports on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 and 101.9 FM.
Alamo Sports and Talk 1230, 101.9. Welcome to Rio Rancho and Cleveland High School as we hit day 2 of the Class 5A state tournament. And the Alamogordo Lady Tigers facing off against the Cleveland Lady Storm. And that's starting here in about 15 minutes. You're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show here on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230, 101.9. And the Lady Tigers coming off a come-from-behind victory yesterday as they were able to get the victory against Oregon Mountain 14-8. They trailed 5-0 in that game. They trailed 7-6 in that game and came back both times and grabbed the victory against their district foe and are hoping to continue their state tournament today. As it will be the rest of the way, it's an elimination game for both the Lady Tigers and the Lady Storm as you've got to win out. And today, Alamogordo wants to reach the state championship series. They have to win all 3 games today. If they win this one, they would play the winner of Centennial and Piedra Vista. Las Cruces beat Piedra Vista yesterday, so Cruces and Mayfield are playing, I believe, at noon today. And then the other game will be going on at the same time as this one. In fact, we'll have 4 games going on all in the same location today. 2 of them are 4A games, 2 of them are 5A games. Just 6 teams remaining in 4A and 5A. They're down to the final 2 in single A, double A, and triple A. I believe it's Cobre and West Las Vegas playing it out for the 3A state title, and it's Loving and Hojo Academy that are facing off for the single A, double A state title. Those games are happening over at the University of New Mexico today. So, beautiful day here in Rio Rancho, sunny skies. So far, the wind not up. It was pretty windy yesterday, but actually, it was kind of nice with the heat. The breeze was actually pretty pleasant, and it didn't really affect, I think, the games one way or another. But absolutely gorgeous this morning, and we're getting close for first pitch. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. We will return here on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230, 101.9, and get you some more pregame and more info heading into this morning's matchup. Thanks for tuning in to Alamo Sports and Talk.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Congratulations, class of 2026. This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. You have reached an incredible milestone, and we're so proud to celebrate this moment with you. As you step into what's next, know that your community is cheering you on. Keep believing in yourself and the endless possibilities ahead. Congratulations from all of us at First National Bank.
Putting you first is in our name. First National Bank.
Member FDIC.
The Winner Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Just keep driving. OFCU is teamed up with Casa Auto Group and Alamo Ford for another fairground sale. For a limited time starting Friday, May 15th through Monday, May 18th, you can find the perfect ride with rates as low as 4.24% APR. Drift in and take advantage of this great deal and drive away with no payments for 90 days. Limited time offer. All loans are subject to approval. Rates vary based on collateral or terms. Not all will qualify. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Welcome back here to Cleveland High School. We're at Rio Rancho as the Class 5A state tournament continues along, and the Alamogordo Lady Tigers taking on the Cleveland Storm. Cleveland is going to be the home team in the game. They won the coin toss, so they'll be batting last. Alamogordo, the road team, as they were yesterday, didn't seem to affect them. So last at-bat can be an advantage. At the end of the day, if the best team is going to come out on top. But if it's a close game, you always like having that last at-bat. Certainly raises the tension a little bit. But the Lady Tigers yesterday didn't put themselves in any sort of worry in that bottom of the seventh. A great 6-run top of the seventh gave them a 7-run lead. And so they were feeling pretty comfortable going into that home half. They did give up a run, but an incredible comeback yesterday after falling behind 5-0. In the first 2 innings, it was 4-0 after 1, 5-0 after 2. Then the Lady Tigers rallied back, scored 6 in the top of the third. They would get the lead back, though, in the bottom half of the third inning. It was 7-6. Then it sort of settled in for a little bit for the Lady Tigers in the top of the 6th inning, retook the lead at 8-7, and never looked back. They would, as I said, add on 6 more runs. They would be up by 7 going to the final inning, ended up winning by 6. And very impressive comeback for Alamogordo, especially when you look at the 3 matches between these two teams. Alamo did win a game by 6-0, but they lost the game 6-5 where they gave up late lead. They won 3-2 in 9 innings against Oregon Mountain, all very close games. Meanwhile, they play a Cleveland Storm team, which I believe is one of the few top-end 5A teams that Alamogordo did not play this year. They didn't see them up here at the Rio Rancho tournament. So Cleveland went 20-9 this season, 8-2 in district, which they ended up taking home that district in a very good one that had Cleveland and Rio Rancho and Volcano Vista and Piedra Vista. Cibola was a very solid team in that district as well, so one of the best in the state. So going to be a heck of a matchup today. I believe they're going to do a national anthem over on the main field here in a second. And, yep, I think they are. So we're going to take a break, and we'll come back here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Hi, I'm Rachel with First National Bank. This year marks our 70th anniversary, and through every decade, one thing has remained constant: our dedication to community. We live here, we work here, and we're invested in the success of our neighbors. While big banks look outward, we stay rooted right here, building relationships that help our community thrive. That's the difference at First National Bank.
Putting you first is in our name. First National Bank.
Member FDIC.
The Winner Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa, With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Just keep driving. OFCU has teamed up with Casa Auto Group and Alamo Ford for another fairground sale. For a limited time starting Friday, May 15th through Monday, May 18th, you can find the perfect ride with rates as low as 4.24% APR. Drift in and take advantage of this great deal and drive away with no payments for 90 days. Limited time offer. All loans are subject to approval. Rates vary based on collateral or terms. Not all will qualify. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Welcome back to Cleveland High School. The Alamogordo Lady Tigers ready to get started here against Cleveland High School. Let's get you the lineup. We'll start with the Alamogordo Lady Tigers. Amani Kosum will lead it off, then followed by Haley Evans, Chloe Lunar, Davi Gonzalez. Then it's Iceland Ortiz hitting fifth. Alyssa Bautista will hit sixth. Batting in the seventh spot is Elise Roman. Then Chloe Evans will hit eighth. And Allison Cisco will round out the lineup hitting ninth. Reagan Rose will be in the field. Elise Roman is the designated player for her. Defensively here for Cleveland, as they'll be out defensively to start. Lily Gomez will be the starting pitcher, and she'll be throwing to Nia Thompson, the catcher. First baseman is Jaslyn Quiros, and the second baseman, Danica Jaime. The third baseman is Layla Romero. Shortstop, Isabella Chavez. In the outfield and left, it is Leah Meyer. Center fielder is Julia Montoya. And the right fielder is Caitlin Joyner. And Mackenzie Kanunen is the designated player. She'll be hitting for Quiros. And so the Lady Tigers get the first chance to hit, and we'll try to get off to a strong start to begin this game. Always positive when you've got first at bat if you can get the momentum going quickly. Lady Tigers in white uniforms today. Black pinstripes. Black numerals outlined in gold. Lady Tigers in front. Cleveland, meanwhile, black pants with black and white and gray tops with their lettering and numerals in, I don't know if it's light blue or teal. I'm going to go light blue. And outlined in black says Cleveland on the front of their uniforms. Right-handed hitter, Kosum will start in the left-hand batter's box to begin. She'll take a strike, and she'll switch over to the right-hand batter's box. Probably be a lot more noise today around the park. There's 4 games going on. Great atmosphere, as it always is here at Cleveland High School, as the pitch is in there for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Now, Coach Charlene Reyes was excited about how the team got their bats going again after a rough couple of game swing and a miss from Kosum. And there's one down. But they got hitting as they sort of expect to be able to hit. Just in chatting with her yesterday, so she was happy that they got that going. And, you know, especially at this point in the season, confidence means so much. And if you're, feeling it going up to the plate, makes such a big difference. So it's Haley Evans now for the Lady Tigers in the number 2 spot. She'll watch that one miss high and outside. The count's 1-0. And the pitch from the righty. Swing and maybe she got a foul tip there, but I guess not 1-1. Now, this will be something new for both teams again, that they did not see each other this season, whereas yesterday, like I said, there were no secrets. That was the 4th matchup. A little bit in front of that as Gomez took some off, and it's 1-2.
Hey, let's start something right here. Hey, let's go, Ben. No, you can't, kid. Let's go, defense.
Base is empty here in the top of the first inning on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. 1 down and a 1-2. Looking for the outside corner. Couldn't quite spot it. 2-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and back-to-back strikeouts for Lily Gomez. And that'll bring up Chloe Lunar. Chloe came up with maybe the biggest hit in the game yesterday just because it got it going for Alamogordo. They were down 5-0. She had a 2 RBI double to put them on the board. And I feel like they never really looked back from that point. Ground ball to first. It's going to go foul up the first base line. And it's 0-1 to Lennar. Alamogordo's number 2 seed. Cleveland's number 5. Seeding at this point, I'm not sure really means a whole lot. Cleveland knocked off Los Lunas to get into the winner's side of the bracket. And yesterday lost to Mayfield 9-7. As that pitch will miss high, 1-1. And the pitch. That's going to miss up. And the count goes 2-1 to Lunar. Hitting from the left-hand side. Her and Davi and Alyssa. And we sometimes see Allison Cisco hit from the left-hand side. Her and Amani. That's going to be in the dirt. And so Lunar heading the count 3-1 with 2 outs and the base is empty. Into the line and the pitch. And that's going to be a called strike. Gets over the outside corner, 3-2. And so a full count. Gomez winds and deals. That's going to miss high. And that'll be a walk. So the Lady Tigers get a 2-out base runner here in the top of the first inning. And Davi Gonzalez will come to the plate. Davi had big hits yesterday as well. And she was fantastic defensively over at third base, which she has been all season long. They made some great plays. And first pitch at the knees and in for a strike. And the count's 0-1. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Scouter in front of it. And 0-2 now. And Davi will step back in the left-hand batter's box. Rolling the bat around the ball in her right hand is Gomez. Now comes set. And here's the pitch. And lined hard. And Coach Ronnie Reyes had to duck out of the way of that. But foul at the third base side. Another opportunity for Gonzalez here with 2 strikes. Lunar on first after a 2-out walk. And the pitch. And she hits this hard in the air out to left field, but looks like it's going to be right at him, and it is. As the Cleveland left fielder, Leah Meyer, makes the play. And the top of the first is done with. The Lady Tigers out to pitch here in the bottom of the first. When we return, 0-0 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is Leanne Bain from First National Bank. Plan those special vacations, those home improvements, and simply pay off those high interest rate bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all subject to credit approval.
Hi, I'm Michael with First National Bank. We've been serving our community for 70 years. Our mission is still simple, putting people first. We're local and invested in helping our community thrive. That's what sets First National Bank apart.
Member FDIC.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Chloe Lunar. First pitch is in, and it's in there for a strike. And the bottom of the first inning underway. No score. Lady Tigers got a base runner on a walk. And the next pitch is the changeup that misses low. 1-1. Leadoff hitter for Cleveland is Isabel Chavez, the shortstop. She'll be followed by Danica Jaime and Julia Montoya. This is hit hard, but it's going to be hit foul. Out of play up the first base side, 1-2. Then it'll be the pitcher Lily Gomez hitting the cleanup spot. Nia Thompson is the catcher hitting fifth. Hitting sixth, Mackenzie Kanunen, the designated player. Caitlin Joyner hitting seventh. Then Layla Romero and Leah Meyer. Defensively, no changes for Alamogordo. Haley Evans catching. You see Chloe Lenar pitching. And looking for the outside corner, and she gets it. Called strike three. One down. So both pitchers get a strikeout to open up their game. Rest of the defensive setup for Alamogordo. Alyssa Bautista's at first. The second baseman is Iceland Ortiz. Shortstop is Amani Kosum. Davi Gonzalez is the third baseman. Left field is Reagan Rose. Center field, Chloe Evans. Right field is Allison Cisco. In there for a strike on the outside corner to Danica Jaime, the second baseman. And she comes up for the first time today. And a really nice spin ball there as Jaime had some time to think about it. Pitch doesn't have a lot of velocity, but she was unable to make contact with it. She's behind 0-2. And fouled off as she keeps it alive. Here comes the pitch, and this is hit out into right field. Cisco after it. She's got it. Up the line, up the first base side. She's able to make the grab. And the Lady Tigers get the first two outs. Two down, and Julia Montoya to the plates. The center fielder hitting from the right-hand side. All righties, by the way, so far in this Cleveland lineup. Lunar winds and deals, and that's going to miss off the outside. 1-0. And the pitch. And this is hit high in the air, out to right field. Cisco after it. And she's not going to be able to make the grab as the runner still moving along second, now to third. And it's going to end up being a triple. And I think maybe just not knowing where she was in reference to the wall, she was getting a little bit closer to that. But I think one that Alamogordo's benches feel like they should have had there, but give a triple to Montoya. And Cleveland with the golden opportunity to try and get on the board here. Well hit ball from Montoya. But it just sort of kept carrying, and I think caught the Alamogordo fielders off guard a little bit there. 1-0 to Lily Gomez, and she tries to help her own cause here with a runner on third and 2 down. The 1-0, and a swing and a miss. Good rise pitch there from Lunar, and she got that one coming up and in on her. Here comes the 1-1. That's going to miss off the outside. 2-1. And ready to go here with that runner on third and 2 down. The pitch. And his line foul at the first base side. It'll get out of play. 2-2. So Lennar, she'll take a different softball. They brought that one back in. But 2-2 now. Trying to not let that triple catch them, but that'll be outside. 3-2. Nia Thompson in the on-deck circle for Cleveland. And here comes the pitch. That's low and away. I got off the count there, I guess. I thought that was 3-2. That was 2-2. So 3-2 now. Swing and a miss and struck her out. Big strikeout from Lunar after the base runner reaches. And the Lady Tigers keep it scoreless after 1 inning of play. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019, with the Lady Tigers currently scoreless with the Cleveland Lady Storm. And Ortiz puts a pretty good charge of this out to center field, but just ranging back and to her left and making the grab is the center fielder, Montoya. And there's one down, but really good contact there from Ortiz. And so it'll bring up Alyssa Batista. Hitting from the left-hand side for the Lady Tigers. Right-handed pitching Lily Gomez continues for Cleveland. Fouled off and out of play. Oh, on the counts. Both teams got a base runner in the first inning. Cleveland a little bit more dangerous because they had that runner on third, but neither team able to put one up on the scoreboard. Both players ready to go now. The 0-1. Now one hop back to the catcher. And the count evens up at 1-1. Next game will be at noon if Alamogordo grabs the win. And it would be against the winner of Centennial and Piedra Vista. And that pitch is going to miss high. 2-1 to Bautista. Mayfield and Cruces will play to determine one of the teams in the state championship game. That happens at noon as well. As the 2-1's on the way. Ground ball to short. Fielded cleanly. Toss on first is going to be off the mark. Bautista made the turn, and she has to get back to the bag. She'll get there in time. Now, very nearly had finished there, but Isabella Chavez commits the error for Cleveland and gives Alamogordo a base runner again. And Elise Ramon, who got the big rally in the third inning going yesterday. She started off with a double. I'm trying to remember if it was that inning or if it was the last inning that she got started. It was last inning, I'm sorry. When Alamo scored 6 runs in the 7th, she was the one who got that started. Shows bunt, brings it back. Bautista is not going. And so it'll be 1-0. Gomez ready to go. And the pitch. That's going to miss high. And the count is 2-0. Ramon hitting from the right-hand side. Bautista at first after the throwing error. And Gomez ready to go for Cleveland. Here's the pitch. That's low. 3-0. Into the line and the pitch. She's going to get that in there for a strike on the outside corner. She's taken the whole way, 3-1. Alamo still looking for their first hit of the day, but already have a couple of base runners. As she awaits the 3-1. That's low, and a walk. So Alamogordo puts a runner in scoring position now, and Chloe Evans will come to the plate. The catcher, Matt Thompson, going to go out and talk to her pitcher, and the rest of the infield is going to chat things over. As Coach Ronnie Reyes chatting with Chloe Evans. One of a couple of 8th graders in this Lady Tiger lineup. Her and Allison Cisco, who have both been contributors all season long, started all season long. So Evans will step into the right-hand batter's box with 2 on and 1 out in the top of the 2nd inning with no score on the Richardson Motor scoreboard between the Lady Tigers and the Lady Storm. Showing bunt, brings it back. And that's going to be a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Gomez winds and deals. And this is hit in the air out to right field. That should get down. It does. They will send Bautista home. Here comes the throw, and they've got her. So the Lady Tigers will not be able to score there. I was a little surprised that they decided to send her there. But a single nonetheless for Evans. The 2nd out of the inning. And Allison Cisco coming to the plate. Now, that may be one of those that hurts the Lady Tigers. We'll see. Maybe Cisco can come up with a big hit here. She misses, or pitch misses 1-0. And looking for the outside corner and gets it there 1-1. Yeah, by the time Alyssa had gotten to third base, the right fielder had the ball. And, you know, I understand at this point in the game maybe trying to push it and force a good throw. Here is a ground ball to second, toss on to first in time, and the inning is over. So the Lady Tigers unable to grab a run there. They leave 2 on. And we go to the bottom of the second inning and remain scoreless. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Just keep driving. OFCU is teamed up with Casa Auto Group and Alamo Ford for another fairground sale. For a limited time, starting Friday, May 15th through Monday, May 18th, you can find the perfect ride with rates as low as 4.24% APR. Drift in and take advantage of this great deal and drive away with no payments for 90 days. Limited time offer. All loans are subject to approval. Rates vary based on collateral or terms. Not all will qualify. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talks, 1230, 1019. Welcome back to Cleveland High School. And the first pitch here in the bottom of the second inning is going to be a called strike on the inside corner. And there is an 0-1 count to Nia Thompson, the catcher, who gets her first at-bat for Cleveland. Clovenar continues pitching and goes with that off-speed pitch and sees it fouled off and out of play. And the count will go to 0-2. So each team has had a runner in scoring position. We have a foul ball that came in from, I believe, field 3. I get confused on which one is which field. As I know one's the main field. Not that it really matters to you guys sitting at home, but we are on field 4 today. Fouled off and back in our direction. The count will remain 0-2. Now, going back to that last inning where Alamogordo did send the runner from third, I will say the ground ball that ended up happening there very easily could have been a double play at the end of the inning as well. So that's a tough call to know what would have happened there. Ground ball to first, easily scooped up by Bautista. She'll step on the bag, and there's one down. And it will bring up Mackenzie Kanunen. And she'll get a couple of quick words from her teammate Thompson. And she'll be hitting from the left-hand side, facing the left-handed pitching Ludar. That's going to be low, and the count's 1-0. 6 in the order here for the Lady Storm. Also due up this inning, Caitlin Joyner, the right fielder. Kanunen, the designated player, and she'll hit a chopper over to first, and easy one again for Bautista. She'll snag that while she's got 1 foot on the bat already, and that's 2 down. So 3 unassisted again, and it'll bring up Caitlin Joyner. And she'll hit from the right-hand side. Another foul ball coming in from an adjacent field. Maybe 2 of them, as a matter of fact. All right, ready to go now. Didn't have this happening quite as much yesterday because we only had 2 games going on. As that'll be on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Oh, gets her way in front of it there on the changeup, 0-2. That pitch has been working well for Lunar so far today. Looking for the call again. Now she's got it. Fouled off and out of place. Joyner able to keep the at-bat alive. It'll stay 0-2. Bottom of the second inning with no score. Each team has threatened. Alamogordo's gotten a couple runners into scoring position. Cleveland's gotten 1. And the pitch. And lined hard, and that'll get up the first base line. They're going to try to get her at first base, but she's going to be able to beat it out. Somewhat close, but Cisco made a nice throw to at least make it kind of interesting. So Cleveland will get a base runner again with 2 outs. And Haley Evans going to walk out and talk to her pitcher before the next at-bat. Second hit of the day for the Storm. And Layla Romero, the third baseman, will come to the plate. And some foul balls or softballs being brought in that were foul balls to the home plate umpire. And he's ready to go, and so is everybody else. Here's the pitch. That's a one-hopper that's going to get in front of Evans, and it's going to allow the runner to advance to second. So the 1-0 Romero, and now a runner in scoring position again here for the Storm. Lunar ready to go in the circle. And a swing and a miss. Again, it gets away, and again the runner will advance. It's 1-1. Now can't afford another wild pitch. Speed from Joyner. Had no trouble moving up on these pitches. This is fouled off. 1-2. And Chloe was able to get the big strikeout with that runner on third in the first inning. Can she replicate it here? 1-2 the count. Trying to keep this one scoreless. Here it comes. And a ground ball. That should be easily fieldable. It is. And Bautista going to turn around and get to the bag. And the inning is over. So all 3 outs, 3 unassisted in that inning. A single and a couple wild pitches moved run around to third, but the Lady Tigers keep the Lady Storm off the scoreboard. We remain scoreless after 2 complete on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Alamo Sports in Talk, 1230, 1019.
This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. As we celebrate 70 years, we want to say thank you to our community for trusting us. We are honored to serve our neighbors, families, and small businesses. That's the First National Bank difference.
Member FDIC.
Are you starting your own business or looking to expand? This is Jackie at First National Bank. It's easy. Apply online at www.fnb4u.com. Let's get started.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief. We can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Alamo Sports in Talk, 1230, 1019. And first pitch fouled off by Amani Kosum as she leads off the top of the third. She struck out in her first at-bat. Gomez, 2 strikeouts in the game. Both those came to get it started. She struck out Kosum and then struck out Evans to begin in the top of the first. And gets Kosum out in front. That changeup has been pretty strong for Gomez here early on. And as Kosum steps back into the box. Foul this one off and send it out of play behind home plate. Keeps the count 0-2. The Lady Tigers with 1 hit have reached on an error, a walk, and a walk. Cleveland with 2 hits, and those are only 2 base runners. The 0-2. And she hits it in the air, foul again. This one up the first base side and out of play. And so the count will remain 0-2 as the home plate umpire needs some more softballs. Yeah, they keep the kids around here busy. They're usually out shagging softballs from the various. That's a full-time job today for some of these. I assume they're students here at Cleveland High School that are doing it. Maybe JV softball players. That pitch misses high and outside, 1-2. I'm saying it a lot. Heading into the tournament, it takes a lot of people to make this work. All the state championships that are happening in this area. This will be fouled up the third base line this time. And it'll keep the count 1-2, but 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up next. And nobody's been able to quite gain a foothold yet. By the way, Kosum, after taking that foul ball off her ankle yesterday, isn't showing any effects of that, but she swings and misses and strikes out for the 2nd time today. So it's 2 down, and Haley Evans will come to the plate. Evans will strike out her first time up. And she steps into the right-hand batter's box. Lily Gomez, so far through the main part of the Alamogordo order, has pitched well. Here's the bunt, and it's a pretty good one from Evans. She may reach. She will. So Haley Evans lays down a bunt single. And she gets on. As both the pitcher and the first baseman unable to get there in time. And for a catcher, Haley, we know, has excellent speed. She'll stay on the base pass and run here. And Chloe Lennar will wait for a play call from Coach Ronnie Reyes in the third base box and then step in. But second hit of the day for Alamogordo. And coming up with their 3 and 4 hitters here, great opportunity to get on the board. Showing bunt, brings it back. Evans not stealing. And the pitch misses low, 1-0. And you don't care how you get base runners at this point of the season. Evans obviously shown herself to be a power hitter this year, showing bunt, brings it back. Evans trying to steal. Here's the throw that gets into the outfield, and Evans going to try to get to third. Throw is not going to be able to get there, and so Evans with the stolen base, and then the missed throw, and she's over at third base now, and it'll be 2-0 to Lunar, and a deep fly ball could give Alamogordo the lead here in the top of the 3rd inning. So Lunar with a hitter's count steps in. So watch that in there for a strike at the belt. And the count's 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Probably the biggest Bit of trouble that Gomez has faced so far in this game. Lady Tigers did have a couple on, but hadn't gotten a runner to third yet. And with nobody, or with one out, I should say, options here. This will be fouled off and out of play. Keeps the count 2-2 here for Lennar. That'll be at the letters. And getting out of her stance was Thompson. Kept that from getting to the backstop. 3-2. I didn't see Alamogordo show a lot of aggressiveness stealing bases yesterday. May change today. This is fouled off on a changeup. And the count remains 3-2. One of those pitches that Gomez says she's thrown really well today, getting hitters in front of it. Looks like we have a brand new softball. Home plate umpire's trying to get some dirt on it. And then toss it out to Gomez. Runner on third with one down, a full count to the Lady Tigers number 3 hitter, Chloe Lennar. Gomez ready to go. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Gomez. So it takes the sac fly out of order. And Davi Gonzalez, who lined out to left field, will come up. She'll need to get a base hit. And she'll be up for the second time. Stepping into the left-hand batter's box. Haley Evans at third. Single. Stole a base at second. The throw went into the outfield, and she was able to advance to third. As the pitch is up, and it's 1-0. Top of the third inning with no score. Alamos put runners in scoring position twice here in the early innings. So is Cleveland, but nobody's been able to reach. And this is going to be line foul, but up the first base line, 1-1. That's that changeup again. And Davi gets a little bit in front of it. Gonzalez looking for another RBI. She has been very strong in the cleanup spot for the Lady Tigers this season. As the 1-1's on the way. Lined and fair ball up the third base side. That's a single and an RBI, and Alamogordo's on the board. That just got over the glove of the third baseman, and then a missed throw as they were trying to get to the infield, and Davi ends up at second base. So they brought it in from the outfield. The throw ended up behind first base. But an RBI for Davi Gonzalez, and it's 1-0 Alamogordo here in the top of the third inning. As she shot that one up the third base line, going opposite field. And Iceland Ortiz, who hit the ball hard first time up. Very first pitch she saw, sent it out to deep center field, but ended up being the first out of that inning. But a great opportunity here to try to keep it going for the Lady Tigers with 2 outs, but a great piece of 2-out hitting by Davi Gonzalez, and this is going to be fouled off as offering it the first pitch again was Ortiz. Counts 0-1. We need some extra softballs here. I think we had a few that, at least one that I think was to another field. Runner on second for Alamogordo. Ortiz will step back in. And that's hit out to right field for a base hit. They're going to send Davi. The ball got by the right fielder. Gonzalez will easily score. Ortiz will hold up at second. And another RBI. And the Lady Tigers have taken a 2-0 lead over the Cleveland Storm. And that'll lead to one of the Cleveland coaches coming out and talk to his infield. All this happening with 2 outs. Haley Evans reached on a single, got to second on a steal, moved to third on a throwing error. Chloe Lennar would strike out, and then Davi Gonzalez would get the RBI single. And then Iceland Ortiz follows it up with another RBI single. And now it'll be Alyssa Bautista to try to keep it going. Another runner in scoring position for Alamogordo as the Lady Tigers have got it going here, second time through the order. And winner of this game will play at noon. Pretty much as soon as both the games are over. So Bautista will step in. Ortiz with really good speed at second base. It's 2 out, so she can go on contact. So anything in the outfield will give Alamogordo a great chance to score again. And Bautista steps into the left-hand batter's box. That's going to be in the dirt. Ortiz going to stay at second as Thompson was able to keep that in front of her. 1-0 to Bautista. She reached on an error her first time and eventually was tagged out at home. Trying to score on a base hit from Chloe Evans. That is going to be a little bit low, and the count's 2-0. Top of the third, Alamogordo in front, 2-0 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. That again is low. And so 3-0 for Bautista. Likely be taking on 3-0 here. Elise Ramon in the on-deck circle for Alamogordo. Bautista set. Gomez. She's ready to go. And yes, taking all the way, and there for a called strike. 3-1. Ortiz standing at second after an RBI single. Haley Evans, Davi Gonzalez both scoring this inning. All singles for Alamogordo. Fouled off by Bautista. She sends it out of play. And the count full, 3-2. Lady Tigers trying to keep this 2-out hitting going. Both runs home this inning with 2 outs. The 3-2. And that is a called strike 3 on the changeup. She held up on it, but gets in there. And Gomez gets a big strikeout for Cleveland. But the Lady Tigers score twice. They get 3 hits. They leave 1 on. And you're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1009 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. It's the Lady Tigers 2 and the Lady Storm 0.
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Just keep driving. OFCU is teamed up with Casa Auto Group and Alamo Ford for another fairground sale. For a limited time, starting Friday, May 15th through Monday, May 18th, you can find the perfect ride with rates as low as 4.24% APR. Drift in and take advantage of this great deal and drive away with no payments for 90 days. Limited time offer. All loans are subject to approval. Rates vary based on collateral or terms. Not all will qualify. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. Cleveland up to bat after The Lady Tigers score 2 runs in the top half of the third, and the first 2 pitches have missed high. As the leadoff hitter in the inning for Cleveland is the number 9 hitter, Leah Meyer. Chloe Lunar continues in the circle for Alamogordo as the 2-0's on the way. That's going to miss low and away, 3-0. Defensively for the Lady Tigers, if you're just tuning in, Haley Evans catching, Alyssa Bautista, Iceland Ortiz, Amani Kosam, and Davi Gonzalez, the infield, first, second, short, and third. Gets it over for a strike, 3-1. Reagan Rose in left, Chloe Evans in center, Allison Cisco in right, and again gets it on the outside corner. Called strike, and after falling behind 3-0, 3-2 now. It's the number 9 hitter, and then back to the top of the order, 1-2 for Cleveland this inning. Swing and a miss, and struck her out. Third strikeout of the day for Lunar. And there's 1 down. The Lady Tigers look for the shutdown inning after scoring 2 in the top half. And this is hit pretty well at the center field, but Evans just have to range to her right and get to it. And that's a very quick second out. And Danica Jaime will come to the plate, lined out to right field her first time up. As the second baseman steps to the plate. And she'll watch that one miss down and in, 1-0. Low and away, 2-0. The pitch. That gets it over for a strike. 2-1. Both teams trying to keep their seasons alive. Foul tip, 2-2. Need 3 wins today in order to get to the state championship series. And then on Saturday, you have to win 2. And you'll face a team that's a bit more rested. They've only had to have played a game yesterday and a game today. This is lined and down for a base hit. Cisco going to try to get it to first before the runner gets there, but not in time. The second time today, it's been a hard hit ball over there to first base, or rather to right field, and they've at least had a chance if the runner isn't moving quickly enough to do something there. But that is the third hits. Triple, single for Cleveland today. First hit for Danica Jaime. And that person with the triple is at the plate now. Julia Montoya steps in as the first pitch misses down and into her, 1-0. Swing and a miss. Chases one downstairs, 1-1. Lunar winds and deals. Goes the off-speed pitch. One hops back to the catcher, Evans. And it'll be 2-1. Swing and a miss. Jammed her a bit. So coming inside on it, 2-2. The pitch. And a ground ball foul off of the Cleveland dugout fence. Cleveland has their dugout at the third baseline. Alamogordo up the first baseline. And that's going to be fouled off. Just getting a piece of it is Montoya. As it'll take a one hop off the chest of Evans, and I think the home plate umpire going to give Haley a chance to recover after that. I'll also give a brush off of home plate. And chatting with her a little bit after that. Haley seems to be fine. I talked about it yesterday with a couple of times, but like Amani taking the softball off her ankle, how tough these young ladies are. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss and struck her out. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 4 for the game now for Chloe Lennar. And the Lady Tigers get the shutdown inning after scoring 2 in the top half of the third. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Lady Tigers back to bat on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. They lead at 2-0.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Congratulations, class of 2026. This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. You have reached an incredible milestone, and we're so proud to celebrate this moment with you. As you step into what's next, know that your community is cheering you on. Keep believing in yourself and the endless possibilities ahead. Congratulations from all of us at First National Bank.
Putting you first is in our name. First National Bank.
Member FDIC.
Alamo Sports and Talks, 1230, 1019. And it'll be Elisa Ramon to lead it off for the Alamogordo Lady Tigers in the top of the 4th. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, they lead this one 2-0. First pitch missed outside as Lily Gomez continues in the circle for Oregon Mountain, 2-0 now. Ramon reached on a walk in her first at-bat. And a ball coming in from one of the adjacent fields brings a stop to play. And we'll be ready to go here. Showing bunt, brings it back. Pitch is going to be a called strike on the outside corner, 2-1. Ramon hitting from the right-hand side. Gomez, right-handed pitcher. And that's going to one-hop back to the catcher. As we wait the 3-1. Fouled off and out of play. And 3-2. Full count for Roman with the bases empty. Leadoff hitter in this top of the 4th inning. 2-0 Alamogordo. She'll foul it off again, pretty much in the same direction. And the count will stay 3-2. Alamogordo with 4 hits in the game. Got 3 of them in the last inning. That gave them the lead. All singles. Here comes the pitch. And a ground ball, and it is going to get stopped on the infield by the second baseman. She can be able to get it to the bag in time. She did. Wow. That's an excellent play by the second baseman, Danica Jaime. And she laid out to get to that, and from her knees, she didn't secure it in her glove, but it just kind of rolled away from her. And she was able to get to first in time. So Roman kind of robbed of a single there. A great defensive play. So it'll end up going down as a 4-3 putout, but rather adventurous. So it'll be Chloe Evans to the plate. She singled, shows bunt. She will make contact, but she'll foul it off behind home plate, 0-1. One down here in the top of the fourth inning. Lady Tigers hoping this is just the first of 3 games today. Of course, we'll bring you all the games as the afternoon rolls along. And a ground ball that will beat over to second. Toss on to first. In time. Got her. Evans very nearly beat that out. That was well done because she showed bunt. So the second baseman was trying to go over to cover at first base, and so it left a hole. But again, a really nice play by Jaime as she was able to recover, get out to second, get to the ball, and get it over to first in time. And it's another foul ball flying in from one of the opposite fields. So there's 2 down. And it'll bring up Allison Cisco, who grounded out her first time up, starting from the left-hand side. She had a couple of big hits yesterday for Alamogordo. And tries to lay down a running bunt. It's going to be fouled off. Counts 0-1. Home plate umpire going to brush off the home plate. Similar to giving Haley Evans a little bit of time to recover because that one went off the leg of Nia Thompson. Always appreciate that from the umpires, just realizing, hey, let's take a little beat here. And Gomez ready to go now. Cisco staying in the left-hand batter's box. And she'll swing and miss at that. And she'll probably go over to the right side. She will now 0-2. Cisco ready to go. Base is empty, 2 down. Top of the fourth inning, Alamogordo leading 2-0, and that's going to hit the outside corner for a called strike, and the inning is over. A couple of really nice defensive plays from Cleveland kept base runners from getting on, and Alamogordo goes down in order as we go to the bottom of the fourth on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Alamogordo 2, Cleveland nothing here in the Class 5A state tournament.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. The Alamogordo Lady Tigers continue to lead 2-0 as Lily Gomez comes to the plate for the Cleveland Lady Storm. And that's in there for a strike. First pitch missed in the dirt. And the count's even at 1-1. 4, 5, and 6 in the order for Cleveland due up. Gomez struck out in her first at-bat. Then it'll be Thompson and Kanunen. Goes to the off-speed, but it's going to miss high and outside. 2-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Lunar's given up 3 hits, 2 singles and a triple. And she has struck out 5. Check that 4. 2 in the first, 2 in the third. Here's the pitch. Low and away. 3-2. Cleveland with a hit each inning. And both in the first and second inning moved the runner around to third base. But in both occasions, Alamogordo able to get that out, strike out and a ground out those 2 times. As Lunar has looked solid. 3-2, did she go around? She did. Did not hold up on the check swing. And that's strikeout number 5 for Lunar. And it'll bring up Nia Thompson. Thompson a ground out to first base in her first at-bat, 0 for 1. Lunar with the spin ball and gets it over for a strike. I feel like she's thrown that better in the state tournament so far than she has throughout the entire season. It's been impressive. And goes the fastball there. That's in there for a strike and gets quickly ahead here. 0-2. One thing I've noticed for Chloe is she's been working a lot faster, at least today, between pitches. Swing and a miss and struck her out. Back-to-back strikeouts start the inning. She's got 6 of them. And the Lady Tigers, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. As Cleveland will send up Mackenzie Kanunen, who grounded out to first. Her only at bat 0 for 1. Fouled off and over towards the Cleveland dugout on the third base side, 0-1. Now still a precarious lead, though, for Alamogordo. 2-0. They want to, like they did yesterday, give their pitchers some insurance as we head down the stretch here. Fouled off again. This back behind home plate, 0-2. And Lunar strike away from getting the side here in quick order. Lunar ready to go. Here's the pitch. Struck her out. Strikes out the side. Bottom of the 4th, and Alamogordo holds on to a 2-0 lead on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We go to the top of the 5th. Lady Tigers back up to bat. They will be sending up there. 1, 2, and 3 hitters. When we return, Kosum, Evans, and Lunar here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Just keep driving. OFCU is teamed up with Casa Auto Group and Alamo Ford for another fairground sale. For a limited time starting Friday, May 15th through Monday, May 18th, you can find the perfect ride with rates as low as 4.24% APR. Drift in and take advantage of this great deal and drive away with no payments for 90 days. Limited time offer. All loans are subject to approval. Rates vary based on collateral or terms. Not all will qualify. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports to Talk, 1230, 1019. The Alamogordo Lady Tigers leading 2-0 as we begin the top of the 5th inning. And this is hit in the air out to center field, but getting to it in time as Kosum gets some contact there. She had struck out her first time up, but able to at least get into it. But the center fielder for the Storm, Montoya, makes the first out. So bring up Haley Evans, who got the scoring started for the Lady Tigers. She singled, stole a base, found her way over to third, and then Davi Gonzalez brought her in with an RBI single. She reached on a bunt single, which I don't think they were necessarily expecting. And she's going to show bunt, brings it back. Pitch is going to miss outside, 1-0. I don't think she's going to catch him unaware this time. First baseman's ready for it. But Haley, we obviously know, has great power as well. As that pitch will miss outside. And maybe a bit up as well, 2-0. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Lady Tigers 4 hits today. All singles. Evans, Gonzalez, Ortiz, and Evans. Haley and Chloe each with a hit today for Alamogordo. And that pitch not going to catch the outside corner. And 3-1 here to Haley Evans. Two 2-0 if you're just joining us. We're in the top of the 5th inning. And that will get in there for a strike on the outside corner. Evans held up on a check swing, but 3-2 now. 1 for 2 for Haley. She struck out her first at bat. And as we mentioned, the single and the run scored in the third. Time called as Gomez wants a different softball. Yeah, it looks like that one, the umpire just went ahead and tossed that over towards the Cleveland dugout, so that one must be damaged in some way. And we're ready to go here. The pitch from Gomez. Couldn't get Evans to chase it, and that's a walk. Yeah, we'll see if she's going to be aggressive here early. She did that. She was 1 out, similar situation, and we're going to see another visit from the Cleveland dugout. And maybe a pitching change here. That would appear to be the case. Looks like Montoya is going to come in from center field and pitch here for Cleveland. As the righty will come in, and I don't know if they'll send Gomez out to center. No, there'll be a change there, as it looks like number 7 for Cleveland running into the outfield. So Mackenzie Kanunen. Mackenzie Kanunen ran to the outfield. I thought that was 7, but maybe I had the number wrong there. I'll double check with the scorer. All right, so, and no new players. They dropped the designated player. So they bring in 5 to pitch. All right, so after the pitching change, Chloe Lennar will come up. Runner on first. And first pitch is going to miss. That goes outside, 1-0. We saw it yesterday. It's tough to come in, and this is not as difficult a situation as the Oregon Mountain pitcher yesterday to come in. She had bases loaded when she came on yesterday. Swing and a miss. Runner's going, and that was a late decision to throw by the catcher. And this time does not get into the outfield, almost did. But Evans picks up her second stolen base of the day. 1-1 to Lunar. And sort of a delayed reaction to get the ball out there. Even if the throw, I think, was on the mark, Haley would have beaten it out. So Alamogordo, another runner in scoring position. And one of their best hitters at the plate. Lunar looking for her first hit of the day. Walking a strikeout in her 2 tries. And low and away. And Thompson able to slide to her left and keep that in front of her. So Evans will stay at second base. 2-0 Alamogordo in the top of the 5th inning. Both runs scored in the top of the 3rd for the Lady Tigers. And they've kept the Storm off the scoreboard. As Lunar has pitched really well, trying to help herself out here. She's going to swing and miss at that, though. 2-2. Lunar, she had, I think, an elbow guard on. She tossed it over to the Alamogordo dugout. Swings and misses. Now, very well done there from the new pitcher, Julia Montoya. But similar situation to the last inning, or the second inning, when Alamogordo got some runs on the board. Dobby came up with a big 2-out hit. Can she make it happen again? RBI single and a run scored in the 3rd for her. And she's hit the ball hard. Ooh. That came. Dobby gets hit by a foul ball. Thankfully, that one wasn't coming in at a really hard, it may have caught the netting and then bounced in. So she's okay. I was concerned about the players getting hit with some of those. Some of them are coming in at a pretty high velocity. Thankfully, that one was not. And pitch is going to be outside. Again, Thompson slides to her left to keep that in front of her. Counts 1-0. Top of the 5th inning with a runner on second for the Lady Tigers. Gonzalez with 2 outs here. Had a big 2-out hit earlier. Swing and a miss. 1-1. And another softball comes flying in. That landed right in the middle of the circle. Thankfully, the pitcher Montoya was standing just outside the circle. And Gonzalez stepping back into the box. Montoya ready to go. A right-handed pitcher as well. And it's a ground ball to short. A little bit of trouble there. Toss on to first. Didn't get it, and she's going to try to come home. No, she's out at home. Close play at home plate. Coach Charlene Ray is going to come out and chat it over. It was kind of weird when she slid in. She caught the leg of the catcher and sort of came around. Well, it was definitely close, and it was kind of an awkward slide. She probably would have better served to try to slide back around the tag there, but unfortunately, the Lady Tigers don't get the call. So we go to the bottom of the 5th with Alamogordo still leading 2-0 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk.
Hi, I'm Rachel with First National Bank. This year marks our 70th anniversary, and through every decade, one thing has remained constant: our dedication to community. We live here, we work here, and we're invested in the success of our neighbors. While big banks look outward, we stay rooted right here, building relationships that help our community thrive. That's the difference at First National Bank.
Putting you first is in our name. First National Bank.
Member FDIC.
The Winner Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief. We can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Alamo Sports in Talk, 12:30, 101.9. Lady Tigers leading 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Now, you can't say Alamogordo hasn't been aggressive on the base paths today. That's twice that a runner's been tagged out at home. First one wasn't nearly as close as the last one, but neither of them put runs up on the scoreboard. As Caitlin Joyner leads it off, she's got a single today. And the count 1-0. Ground ball back to the circle. Easy play for Lunar. Toss on to first. 1-3 on the putout, and there's one down. Lunar's retired the last 5. Struck out 4 of those last 5. She had 4 straight strikeouts for that ground out. And it'll bring up Layla Romero as she grounded out to first base in her only at-bat. One hopper back to the catcher as that one took a big thump off the chest guard of Evans, who with a shoulder slump as the life of a catcher. You're going to obviously take those bumps and bruises. They don't feel good. And that's low and away. 2-0 here to Romero. Yeah, you just wonder, a couple of runs left out there for the Lady Tigers as that's fouled off and out of play, 2-1. Does that end up being a factor as we go down the stretch here? And trying to hit that inside corner, but it's going to miss. 3-1. Ground ball over to first, and a little bit of trouble for Bautista, and she's unable to get back to the bag as that hit hard off the glove and ricocheted away from her. Hard hit softball there from Romero, and she gets on. And it'll bring up Leah Meyer, who struck out in her only at-bat. Showing bunt, she pops it up, and it's going to stay in the field of play, but it'll catch off the netting and then the chain link fence. As Haley Evans gave run for it, but was unable to get there, and wouldn't have mattered anyways. It went off of the netting. And we'll see if Meyer tries to lay down another bunt to remove the runner up. Yeah, she kept the bat on her shoulder and watches that one miss, 1-1. Only runs in this game in the top of the third inning for Alamogordo. We sit in the bottom of the fifth. In front 2-0 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. That hit the outside corner, not going to get it as it hits or gets outside, 2-1. Seven strikeouts for Lunar today. That's in there for a strike. Gets it right at the knees. 2-2. And a chopper that'll go right in front of home plate. Lunar able to recover, toss it on to first. And she gets to it. And there's 2 down. Does move the runner up to second base. And back to the top of the order with Isabella Chavez. Yes, Cleveland still trying to break through here. Runner on second. Chavez a line out and a strikeout. And that pitch will get on the inside half for a called strike, 0-1. And goes that off-speed pitch and gets the called strike. And ahead 0-2 now. There's the pitch. Couldn't get it on the outside corner. Setting up outside, 1-2. Runner on second with 2 down here for Cleveland in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Alamogordo leading this one 2-0. Here's the pitch. Hard hit to right field, but right at Cisco, and she's got it, and the inning is over. Hard hit line drive from Chavez, but unfortunate for her as it's directly at a fielder. Very fortunate for the Lady Tigers. And Alamogordo holds on to that 2-0 lead as we go to the top of the 6th inning. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Just keep driving. OFCU has teamed up with Casa Auto Group and Alamo Ford for another fairground sale. For a limited time starting Friday, May 15th through Monday, May 18th, you can find the perfect ride with rates as low as 4.24% APR. Drift in and take advantage of this great deal and drive away with no payments for 90 days. Limited time offer. All loans are subject to approval. Rates vary based on collateral or terms. Not all will qualify. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Lady Tigers and the Cleveland Storm here in an elimination game in the Class 5A state tournament on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Alamogordo in front, 2-0. Winner will play at noon. As pitch is going to miss. Nope, hit the outside corner for a strike. As the leadoff hitter for the Lady Tigers, Iceland Ortiz, singled and scored or brought in a run in her second at-bat of the day and lined out in her first try. She's 1 for 2. And she'll just get a little piece of this as it'll roll up the third base line. Montoya tosses it on to first and just got it in time. That was a close play. Ortiz nearly got on base just off of a little number off the end of the bat. Top of 6 here on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. And 1 down after the ground out. 1-3 on the put out. And bring up Alyssa Bautista, who has struck out and grounded out. First time, though, that she's seeing Julia Montoya, who came in the 5th inning with a runner on. And the pitch will miss low and away. The other noon games will be Las Cruces and Mayfield for a spot in the state championship game, and Artesia and, gosh, I'm trying to think who the other team there in 4A that's playing in that game. This is well hit, base hit up the middle. And so Bautista with the leadoff single, or I should say a 1-out single. I think we're going to get a pinch runner here. Yeah. So Bautista will do a pinch runner for her. We'll see what it's going to be. It's going to be Jocelyn Pittman. And Elise Rolon. Got some big hits yesterday. So Pittman comes on. Bautista will re-enter after the inning. And back into the box, or stepping into the box, is Roman. A walk in the second inning, a ground out in her other try. 0 for 1 on the day. And the first pitch called strike, and the count's 0-1. Thompson quickly out of her stance, expecting a steal attempt here. And a ground ball foul up the third base line. And 0-2 here to Roman. Here's the pitch. And it's struck out to right field, but directly at the right fielder. They try to go back to first to get the double up, but Pittman is able to get back to the bag in time. And that's 2 down. Pretty good contact there from Roman, but similar to the last inning for Cleveland, just directly at the right fielder. And so Chloe Evans, who has singled and grounded out, 0 for 1 on the day. Or I should say 1 for 2 on the day. And pitch is going to get to the backstop here as that goes off the glove and back behind home plate. And so it'll give Alamogordo a runner in scoring position now. So a base hit for Evans should score the speedy Pittman. And with 2 outs here, Pittman could go on contact. Doesn't have to hold up and worry about getting doubled up. Hit in the air, high in the air, to shortstop. And making the grab is Chavez, and the inning is over. So it remains 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is Leanne Bain from First National Bank. Plan those special vacations, those home improvements, and simply pay off those high interest rate bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all subject to credit approval.
Hi, I'm Michael with First National Bank. We've been serving our community for 70 years. Our mission is still simple, putting people first. We're local and invested in helping our community thrive. That's what sets First National Bank apart.
Member FDIC.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9. Chloe Lunar back out to pitch here, bottom of the 6th inning. And heart of the order here for Cleveland as Danica Jaime to the plate. She singled her last time up. Pitch is going to get the outside corner after the first pitch missed, 1-1. And the Lady Tigers can get through this part of the order again with no runs scored. You like the chances. Again, goes to that off-speed pitch and gets it over for a strike. That has looked fantastic today for Lunar. She has really been hitting that in the strike zone all day with that spin ball. The 1-2. And a ground ball to short, fielded by Kosum. On the run, makes the throw. 1 down. Julia Montoya will now come to the plate for the Storm. Triple in the first, strikeout in the 3rd inning, 1 for 2 on the day. Cleveland hasn't sent more than 4 up to the plate all game in an inning. Only one time has the Lady Tigers put them down in order, which means they've had a base runner each inning, but they've only threatened a little bit. This is a high pop-up that should get out of play, and it will. It'll get into the netting just above the Alamogordo dugout. And so the count evens up at 1-1. A date against either Centennial or Piedra Vista. Goes the off-speed pitch, but it's going to miss just a little bit below the knees. 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. And a ground ball hit foul. And the count will stay 2-2. Another foul ball from an opposite field comes rolling in. And they'll hold up while that gets tracked down. Lunar ready to go. Here it comes. High fly ball. That will get into shallow left field. Nobody going to be able to get to it. And trying to advance to second. Sliding in. Now, I'm not sure who that necessarily should have been, if that's Kosum trying to go back to get it or Rose. I mean, that's a long run for Rose and for Evans. And gives some life here to Cleveland in the bottom of the 6th inning. And kudos to Montoya, who was running it out the whole way. And that pitch is going to be down and in to Lily Gomez, who has struck out twice. That was going to be a difficult play for Kosum to go back and get it, but she probably had the least amount of distance to cover to get to it as the pitch missed high, 2-0. Interesting, Lunar had her hand up like there was either confusion or she thought the pitch was a strike. That's going to be in there for a strike on the outside half. 2-1. Really been the only miscue. They have a couple fielding miscues for the Lady Tigers, but they were able to avoid the first one getting them, and that's in there for a strike. 2-2. Runner on second and one down for the Storm in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. And for the 3rd time today, Lily Gomez will head back to the dugout after a strikeout. And so Nia Thompson will come up with 2 outs, a ground out and a strikeout in her 2 tries. And the pitch will miss low. Counts 1-0. Lunar winds and deals. Fouled off and out of play. And the count evens 1-1. 2-0 Alamogordo, bottom of the 6th. Lady Tigers have led since the 3rd inning. Runner in scoring position here for Cleveland. And does she catch the inside corner? She does. 1-2. Check the wrist sheet, and she's ready to go. Here's the pitch. Can't get the outside corner that time. And 2-2. as Thompson wouldn't offer at it. Here's the pitch. And that is line but foul up the first base side. And we'll keep the count 2-2. And I wonder on 2 strikes here as Lennar try to throw that spin ball again. See if she can get the hitter in front of it a little bit. Shows the pitching rubber. And she'll miss that low. And 3-2 now. 2 outs, runner on second for Cleveland. That is in there, called strike 3. So back-to-back big strikeouts from Chloe Lennar. And the Alamogordo Lady Tigers will look for some insurance here in the top of the 7th inning. They lead 2-0 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
Top of the 7th inning, Alamogordo leads 2-0 and looking to add on some runs here before the bottom of the 7th. They did that with gusto yesterday with 6 runs in the 7th inning. As Cisco was going to be bunting, but she brings it back, hitting from the left-hand side here. Strikeout and a ground out in her 2 at-bats, 0 for 2. Made some good defensive plays out in right field today. Foul off on the bunt attempt by Cisco, 1-1. Kosum and Evans also due up in this inning. So Alamogordo gets back to the top of the order with a chance to, gosh, you can even just get 1 run. That 3-run lead is just, you can give up a couple base runners even and feel a bit more comfortable with your situation. And a running swing, and that one is going to just die right in front of the third baseman. And Allison Cisco gets on and gives Alamogordo a speedy base runner right off the start. And it'll be Amani Kosum coming up, who has had an uncharacteristic day for her because she's such a great hitter. A couple of strikeouts and a pop-out, but with her ability, at some point she's going to be able to come through for Alamogordo. Good hitters always seem to find a way, especially in big spots like this. Alamogordo leading 2-0. And the pitch will miss outside. Julia Montoya, who's been in since the 3rd inning? 4th inning. I can't remember when she subbed in. Actually, no, it was the 5th. She came in the 5th inning. And tries a bunt, and I'm going to say she offered at it. Pitch did miss outside, 1-1. Haven't tried to send Cisco yet. The 1-1 and a ground ball too short. This could be two. Toss on to second, get one. The throw on to first. And that one's going to be off the mark. Yeah, I think they're going to ask about interference here. I think there's an argument to be had as Cisco was kind of in the way of that throw happening. And so they're going to talk it over here. Right now, Kosum stands at first, and they're going to explain it to the Cleveland coach there. And well, he was kind of he was talking kind of, I don't want to say angrily, but he was gesturing a little bit, but he wasn't talking to the umpire. He was talking to his infield, who was standing out in the center circle. So no interference there on Cisco. It's a fielder's choice, 6-4. So it's one down and a runner on first, and Haley Evans, who has singled and walked and struck out, 1 for 2 on the morning. And she'll foul off the first one. It's 0-1. Two runs coming in the third inning. Only thing we've seen up on the scoreboard today. And that's got the Lady Tigers in front over Cleveland. As the wind and the pitch pop up and out of play. And 0-2. Here's the wind and the pitch outside. Kosum not going on the play as Thompson was quickly out of her stance, ready to make a throw out to second base. Here comes the wind and the pitch and outside. Kosum going. Here's the throw. Not going to be in time. Now that was tough for the catcher. That was an off-speed pitch. And, of course, Kosum with her speed. But it puts a runner in scoring position now for Alamogordo. And Evans has seen the count even up here, 2-2. One out, runner on second. Alamogordo leading 2-0 and trying to add on some runs here before the bottom of the seventh. Steps back into the right-hand batter's box. And she pops this one up. It's going to get out of play. And the count will remain 2-2. All right, everybody ready to go. Kosum standing on second. Another 2-2. Called strike three as that catches the inside corner. And a big strikeout for Julia Montoya. Chloe Lennar will come up. She's looking for her first hit of the day. A walk and a couple of strikeouts. Similar we talked about with Kosum. Good hitter by Lunar standards. I'm going to keep her down for so long as that pitch is going to miss outside and high. 1-0. Here's the wind of the pitch. And that's going to miss outside. 2-0. Kosum at second after a stolen base. Got on with the fielder's choice ground out after Cisco led off the inning with a single. 2-0 is again outside. 3-0. Now, they really haven't tried to pitch around anybody today, so I don't think they're intentionally trying to pitch out. Chloe, by the way, she'll swing on 3-0. So if she gets one that she thinks she can do something with, she's definitely going to offer at it. That's low and away, though, and she will draw the walk. So it'll be first and second, and Davi Gonzalez, who already has an RBI single today, will come to the plate with a great opportunity. Anything that gets into the outfield with Amani's speed, they'll be able to score a run. I think we're maybe going to do a courtesy runner here for the pitcher. Indeed. So it'll be Ava Haley coming in. She ran and scored a run yesterday. So Haley at first and Kosum at second. And Davi Gonzalez will step in. So Gonzalez into the box. Montoya ready to go. Alamogordo looking to add on to a 2-0 lead. And first pitch is going to miss high. 1-0. Montoya's missed on her last 5. The 1-0. And she hits this out to left center field. That's down. 1 run will score. Haley hustling, and she will try and score. She rounds third. Here comes the throw in. It's going to be a 2-run double from Davi Gonzalez. Now they stepped on home plate just to make sure. I thought for a second that she hadn't stepped on the bag. But Davi Gonzalez doubles the Alamogordo lead, a 2 RBI double. 4-0 Lady Tigers. Fouled off and out of play by Iceland Ortiz. But yet again, for Alamogordo coming up with big hits in the top of the 7th inning, as they did yesterday. Popped up and out of play again. And home plate umpire needs some softballs, but no hits in the inning, or rather I should say they got a hit from Cisco, but that was a race with a fielder's choice. Then a walk. And credit to Ava Haley, who comes off the bench cold to run. And she ends up scoring from first after Davi shot one out to the wall in left center field. Two runs here in the top of the 7th for Alamogordo, and their lead is doubled, 4-0. And the pitch will miss outside. 1-2 here to Ortiz. Ice with an RBI single back in the 3rd. 1 for 3 on the day. He's got a ground out and a line out and another 2 at-bats. Outside. And now 2-2. And she'll get a piece of this and send it foul out of play. And it'll keep the count 2-2. Ortiz has been aggressive at the plate today. Swung on the first pitch. Well, and she did in this at bat too, but she fouled it off. But her 2 outs have been on first pitch swings, line out, ground out, and then her single was on an 0-1 pitch. So she's been pretty aggressive late, long as she's gotten into an at bat here. Davi stands at second after the big 2 RBI double. And this is out to center field. That should get down. And it's going to get past the center fielder. Gonzalez will score easily. Ortiz rounds second. She's going to end up at third. Are they going to send her? No, she's going to stop at third. She'll get back to the bag and is safe. And the Lady Tigers will have a runner on third with 2 out. RBI, we're going to give it a triple. I know it probably should have just been a single, but Ice and Dobby, they've been the big hitters for the Lady Tigers today. 3 RBIs for Dobby, and Ice has got 2. 5-0 Alamogordo. And Alyssa Bautista will come to the plate. She's got 1 hit today, 1 for 3, reached on an error as well, and a strikeout in her other at-bat. And that pitch is going to miss. 1-0. And a base hit into left field. Another run will score. And the Lady Tigers lead swells to 6-0. RBI single for Alyssa Bautista. Elise Roman will come to the plate now as the Cleveland infield will talk things over. Been a 2-0 lead pretty much the whole run of this game. And 4 runs home in the inning, 6-0 Alamogordo. Bautista with 2 hits now. And she picks up an RBI on that. And Roman, who has lined out and grounded out and walked. 0 for 2 on the day. Trying to keep things going here with 2 outs. All of this happening with 2 outs. And this is going to be into the outfield for another base hit. Just beyond the outstretched glove of the shortstop. And that's another single for Alamogordo. They've gone double, triple, single, single here. And Chloe Evans will be the 9th batter of the inning. As the Lady Tigers try to continue to add on. Evans a single in the 2nd, a ground out in the 4th, a pop out in the 6th. And that'll be in there for a strike on the outside corner. Counts 0-1. And hard hit, but right at the shortstop. And the inning is over. But the Lady Tigers get exactly what they needed. 4 runs, and so they lead 6-0 going to the bottom of the 7th, trying to advance here in the Class 5A state tournament. You're listening to Alamo Sports in Talk, 1230, 1019.
Just keep driving. OFCU has teamed up with Casa Auto Group and Alamo Ford for another fairground sale. For a limited time starting Friday, May 15th through Monday, May 18th, you can find the perfect ride with rates as low as 4.24% APR. Drift in and take advantage of this great deal and drive away with no payments for 90 days. Limited time offer. All loans are subject to approval. Rates vary based on collateral or terms. Not all will qualify. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports in Talk, 1230, 1019. A ground ball gets over the glove of the first baseman, Alyssa Bautista, as Mackenzie Kanunen gets on. And a big runner here for Cleveland. 6-0 Alamogordo, a foul off here by Caitlin Joyner. She's 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. And that's why that 4-run top of the 7th so huge for the Lady Tigers, because the tying run would be at the plate here if it had stayed 2-0. And goes with the off-speed pitch, but going to miss up and away. 1-1. Lunar has been rock solid today. Has been lights out. They've had double, triple, couple of singles, swing and a miss. But she's got the job done here. 2, 4, 7, 8, 9 strikeouts. So one more, she gets into double figures here. And she's ahead in the count 1-2 on Joyner. This is the bottom of the order for Cleveland. 6, 7, 8 due up in the inning. And struck her out. They'll toss quickly to first. And that hits the inside corner. And caught her looking, 1 down. That's 10 strikeouts for Lunar. And most importantly, only 2 more outs to go to keep the season alive. Layla Romero to the plate. Reached on an error, grounded out in her 2 tries. As the pitch misses down and in, 1-0. It'll be either Centennial or Piedra Vista in their next matchup if they can hold on here. As that misses, 2-0. And that game's scheduled to happen at noon. Basically, we're going to go off the air for a little bit because I have to move because it's at a different field. It's a 2-0. And it's a ground ball and a base hit. Cleveland not going to go away quickly here. They're going to try to push it over to third. Oh, almost got it there, but runner will advance to second as well as the glove just hopped out of the, or I should say the ball hopped out of the glove of Gonzalez. Single from Romero. She advances to second on the run. Or on the throw, I should say. And so the infield is going to chat things over, and also we've got the bag over at third came off, and they're trying to clear out the hole. As they're trying to get that back down in. That's kind of interesting. It's not just the single metal piece that goes in. It's kind of got dirt. I don't know if that's dirt buildup on the outside of it or if it's a foul ball comes in. They're going to get a tool here to kind of dig it out, though. Cleveland not wanting their season to come to a finish. They've been able to reach on an error and then a single. Trying to get back to the top of the order and keep this game going at a minimum. But gosh, you talk about if Alamogordo doesn't get those runs in the top of the 7th, tying runs at second base. As they continue to work on the bag over at third. As they try to get the dirt back up around it after it's been fitted back down into the hole. Let's give you a recap of the game for the Lady Tigers. They got a runner on first in the first inning, but didn't go anywhere. Had first and second in the second inning. Actually had a run or a runner tagged out at home. Kept it scoreless at that juncture. And then the third inning finally broke through for a couple of runs. Haley Evans reached on a single, stole a base, got around to third. Davi Gonzalez brought her in with an RBI. And then Iceland Ortiz brought in Davi from second base on an RBI single. And that made it 2-0. Lady Tigers would go down in order in the 4th. Did have a base runner in the 5th, but again had somebody tagged out at home. And then big in that 7th inning with 2 outs. Davi Gonzalez had a 2 RBI double. Iceland Ortiz with an RBI single. Alyssa Bautista with an RBI single. That's given Alamogordo the breathing room here, as that will roll back to Evans on the first pitch to Leah Meyer, 1-0. He'll definitely give up a run for an out here, no problem. So even a long fly ball or a ground ball, that's again in the dirt, 2-0. Lennar ready to go. And can't get the outside corner that time, 3-0. That time she'll get it over for a strike. And the count goes 3-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 3-2 now. After fall behind 3-0. Lennar ready to go. Here's the pitch. Fouled off, and Meyer keeps the at-bat alive as she ricochets that off herself. Another 3-2. The pitch. Fouled off again as Meyer stays alive, and we'll go 3-2 another time here with the number 9 hitter for the Storm. If you just join us, 6-0. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Alamogordo 2 runs in the 3rd, 4 in the 7th. Cleveland with last at bat here. And it's going to miss. Oh, the umpire looked like for a second he was going to start to ring her up, but I think that did miss outside. And so Isabella Chavez will come to let bases loaded, force out at any base. And again, you've got give up a run, no problem here. You can get yourself an out. Chavez 0 for 3. She's hit the ball well the last couple of times. She swings and misses at one at the shoelaces, and it's 0-1. Time going to be called as Coach Ronnie Reyes wants to go out and talk to his infield with an 0-1 pitch and 1 out and the bases loaded. I think maybe more than anything, you make sure you know what your defense should be doing in this spot. And honestly, don't necessarily try to get a lead runner or anything. I mean, if you've got an easy play to second, sure, but you'll, without a doubt, want to go to first base and get the for sure out and make it 2 down. As the discussion continues in the circle. And shout out to Addison Cisco, who brought some water out to her teammates. Home plate umpire will give a brush off of the pitching rubber. And I'm sure we'll do the same with home plate here. And letting the Alamogordo dugout know that was their first time out. An 0-1 count here to Isabella Chavez. Bases loaded, 1 out. Cleveland trailing Alamogordo 6-0. Ground ball to third. They're going to go home, get the force out there, and keeps a run off the scoreboard, and most importantly, gets the second out. Another solid defensive play from Davi Gonzalez. She has been stellar at third base in this postseason. So fielder's choice, 5-2. And to the plate, Danica Jaime, who's singled, lined out, and grounded out. And that should be in there for a strike. Indeed, 0-1. Gets that right at the knees. The 0-1. Again, on the outside corner, called strike. Cleveland down to their last strike here. 2 outs, bases loaded. Alamogordo leading 6-0. Lunar. Well, a couple of checks over wrist sheet, and that's going to lead Jaime to step out of the box and reset. Trying to get her team on the board and keep her team season alive. Here it comes. Long and missed. That's a strikeout, and the Lady Tigers on the 11th strikeout from Chloe Lenar get the win 6-0 and will stay alive in the Class 5A state tournament to play either Centennial or Piedra Vista coming up here in about 30 minutes or so. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. We'll be back with the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show.
This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. As we celebrate 70 years, we want to say thank you to our community for trusting us. We are honored to serve our neighbors, families, and small businesses. That's the First National Bank difference.
Member FDIC.
Are you starting your own business or looking to expand? This is Jackie at First National Bank. It's easy. Apply online at www.fnb4u.com. Let's get started.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all on subject to credit approval.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Just keep driving. OFCU has teamed up with Casa Auto Group and Alamo Ford for another fairground sale. For a limited time, starting Friday, May 15th through Monday, May 18th, you can find the perfect ride with rates as low as 4.24% APR. Drift in and take advantage of this great deal and drive away with no payments for 90 days. Limited time offer. All loans are subject to approval. Rates vary based on collateral or terms. Not all will qualify. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. You're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show as the Alamogordo Lady Tigers get the win over the Cleveland Lady Storm. A 6-0 victory as the Tigers get 11 strikeouts from Chloe Lenar. She only gave up 5 hits on the day. A really solid effort from Lenar pitching yet again. And I don't think she gave up any walks today. Yeah, no walks, no hits. By the time that Cleveland got on was either by error or hit. So actually there were no errors either. Hitting, though, Lady Tigers with a great effort as well. Amani Kosum scored a run. She went 0 for 4. Haley Evans was 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored and 2 stolen bases. She also had a walk. Chloe Lenar was 0 for 2 with a couple of walks, and her courtesy runner scored a run. Davi Gonzalez, huge day for her, 2 for 4, single, double, 3 RBIs. Iceland Ortiz, huge day for her, a single and a triple, 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Alyssa Bautista was 2 for 4 with an RBI, a couple of singles for her. Elise Ramon, 1 for 3 with a walk and a single. Chloe Evans with a single. She went 1 for 4. And Allison Cisco 1 for 3 with a single for the Alamogordo Lady Tigers. So they're going to play either Centennial or Piedra Vista. I haven't gotten a result on that game, but we'll be back on the air probably here in about 30 minutes or so. We have to move field, so I'm going to back up and head that direction. And the Lady Tigers will be back at it. Another elimination game. Do they face somebody they've seen a lot of? Or I don't have to see if they played Piedra Vista. I don't know if they played them up here at the Rio Rancho tournament a little bit earlier this year, so we'll see. All right, that is going to do it for our broadcast. We'll have more for you. We'll have another Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show coming up, but that's it for the postgame show for Game 1 today of hopefully 3. Game 2 will be coming up here in about 20 minutes or so, and the Lady Tigers will try to keep their state tournament alive and get to the final 3. Thanks again to our scoreboard sponsor, Richardson Motor Company. Our score was 6-0. The Lady Tigers getting the win. Shout out to the Winter Circle, Ochoa Stucco, and First National Bank for sponsoring Alamogordo Sports. We'll send you to ESPN Radio for just a bit, and we'll be back on the air shortly for Game 2 here on this Friday at Cleveland High School. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk.
There is a roadblock currently in effect on Highway 70 to Las Cruces. That'll last until 12:05. For the latest info, 575-678-1178. Tonight's forecast is calling for clear and breezy in Alamogordo, low of 62. Cloudcroft, an overnight low of 48. For Saturday, looking at sunny skies, clear tomorrow night, still breezy. Alamogordo tomorrow, high of 90, low of 60. Cloudcroft tomorrow, high of 74, and an overnight low near 48 degrees.
Michael Shinneberry here. Join me for live and local discussions every Tuesday